Welcome to Everyday Cooking. Today we are going to prepare 7 different variety rice lunch recipes. In this first we are going to see South Indian sambar rice. For this first let us get ready with the masala. Pour some oil in a pan. To this add 1 teaspoon of coriander seeds, 1 teaspoon of split chickpeas that is chana dal, 1 teaspoon of split black gram that is urud dal and half a teaspoon of fenugreek seeds that is methi. Saute everything well until it changes slightly brown. To this add 2 Kashmiri dry chilies and normal dry chilies around 2 to 3 and few curry leaves. Roast everything well for about a minute. Finally we are going to add a small piece of chopped coconut. Now again saute everything well for about a minute or two. This is ready. Now let us transfer this into a mixie jar. Grind this, you will get a coarse powder. So this is the sambar masala we are going to use for this recipe. Next let us move on to the rice and dal. Take half a cup of split pigeon peas that is tur dal and 1 cup of parboiled rice. Clean this with water. We are going to pressure cook this. For 1.5 cups of rice and dal, I am going to add 4.5 cups of water. To this add the required amount of salt and pressure cook this for 5 to 6 whistles. You can see that the rice and the dal is cooked well. Let us make this even more soft. Mash this with the spatula. Don't overdo it, just mash it for a few seconds, that is fine. Set this aside, take a pan, pour some oil in it. To this add half teaspoon of mustard seeds and half teaspoon of split black gram that is urud dal. Once the mustard starts popping, add half a teaspoon of cumin seeds. To this let us add 15 to 20 shallots and 5 to 10 garlic cloves. Add few curry leaves into this. Curry leaves and asafoetida will give a very nice flavor for the sambar sadam. Next is asafoetida, add a quarter teaspoon of it. The onions has to turn translucent, until then you have to saute this. Next are the vegetables, and it is not a compulsion that you have to use the same vegetables that are used here. Here I have used a carrot, few beans, 1 small potato and 1 small drumstick. Try not to avoid the drumstick because it will give a very nice flavor and taste to the sambar sadam. To this add half a teaspoon of turmeric powder. Now it's time to add the prepared masala. To this add the required amount of salt. We have already added salt to the rice, so add for the vegetables alone. You have to cook the vegetables, so add around 2 cups of water. Close this and cook for 7 to 10 minutes. So here our vegetables are ready. Next we are going to add the tamarind water. I have already soaked a lemon-sized tamarind in water for about 15 minutes. Dissolve it in the soaked water and filter it and add it into the vegetables. Our sambar sadam has to be little low, so let us add little more water. Bring this to a boil and then add the cooked rice and dal. Mash it with the spatula. Cook this for about 3 to 5 minutes in medium flame. This sambar sadam is not at all complete without ghee. So you can add ghee how much ever you like to add. Add few chopped coriander leaves to give a finishing touch. Next, let us see how to do potato rice. For this, first we are going to saute the potatoes, so add some ghee in the pressure cooker. And now add the potatoes. You need around 2 to 3 potatoes. You have to peel the skin and slice them into big pieces. Saute them for about a minute and close and cook this for another 2 minutes. Later we are going to pressure cook these potatoes, so let us keep it on the flame until this is half cooked. Now saute them until it is half cooked. Sauteing in oil will enhance the taste of the potatoes. So here the potatoes are ready, we can take it out. Set this aside, and in the remaining ghee add 1 bay leaf, 1 small piece of cinnamon, 4 cloves, 2 cardamoms. Saute this for about a minute and then add 1 cup of sliced onions, 1 green chilli, 1 teaspoon of ginger garlic paste, half a teaspoon of cumin seeds and half a teaspoon of fennel seeds. Saute everything well. The onions has to turn translucent. Once it is translucent, you can add around half a cup of chopped tomatoes. Saute this for about a minute or 2. Now it is time to add the masalas: half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1.5 teaspoons of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of coriander powder and the required amount of salt. Give a nice saute. The raw smell of the masalas has to go off. Here you can see that this has turned into a masala. At this stage, add quarter cup of curd. Give a nice mix. For the flavor, let us add a handful of mint leaves and saute this again for about a minute or 2. Finally, add the sauteed potatoes. Give a nice mix. We are going to cook this again for another 2 minutes. Close it and cook for few minutes. Next we are going to add the rice, and I have already soaked the rice for about half an hour in water. Now drain the water and add the rice. Give a nice mix. You can saute this for about a minute, that will be fine. Next is water, and this is basmati rice, so it is 1:2 ratio. For each cup of rice you have to add 2 cups of water. Bring this to a boil and close the pressure cooker. Pressure cook this for 2 whistles. The rice is ready. Let us take it out. We have to mix this, but give a mix carefully. You should not break the rice. This is ready. We can serve this. Next we are going to see sprouted green gram rice. We are going to do this in a pressure cooker, so pour some oil in the pressure cooker. To this add 1 medium-sized sliced onion, few curry leaves, 1 or 2 green chilies, half a teaspoon of cumin seeds, and 1 teaspoon of ginger garlic paste. Saute everything well. The onions has to turn translucent. To this add a quarter teaspoon of hing, that is asafoetida. The onions are translucent now. At this stage add 1 finely chopped tomato. Saute this for around 2 to 3 minutes. Now let us start adding the masalas. Half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, half a teaspoon of garam masala, 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, half a teaspoon of chili powder, and the required amount of salt. Saute till the raw smell of the masalas goes off. Next is chopped coriander leaves and mint leaves, a handful each. Saute them for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then we are going to add 1 cup of sprouted green gram, that is sprouted moong dal. Saute this for another 2 to 3 minutes. Next let us add the rice, 1 cup of parboiled rice. You don't need to soak the rice, you can clean it and add it directly. Saute this rice for a few more minutes. Sauteing the rice will enhance the taste and will give a nice texture for the rice. Now the water part, I am going to add 4.5 cups of water. Usually for 1 cup of parboiled rice, we used to add 3 cups of water. Here we have added green gram, so additionally I am adding 1.5 cups of water, so totally it is 4.5 cups. Bring it to a boil and close the pressure cooker. Pressure cook this for 4 whistles. So here the sprouted green gram rice is ready. Now give a light mix. Usually while pressure cooking the masalas will stay on the top, so give a light mix. Don't stir this forcefully and mash the rice. Next let us see how to do a perfect creamy curd rice. For the recipe I have taken 1.5 cups of cooked rice. Mash this as much as possible and try to mash this when it is hot, because hot cooked rice will get mashed easily. And about the rice, it is parboiled rice. After mashing, add the required amount of salt and 1 cup of curd. Again mash it and give a nice mix. If you are going to eat immediately, you can add another quarter or half cup curd. And if you are preparing this in the morning and if you want to eat it for lunch, you can add milk. And milk you can add around a quarter cup. Usually curd rice will turn sour if you keep it outside for a long time. And if you add milk, that process will slow down and you can avoid the sourness. Next is tempering. Pour some oil in a pan. To this add half a teaspoon of mustard seeds and half a teaspoon of split black gram, that is urad dal. Let the mustards pop. Then add few chopped ginger. And if you don't like the taste of the ginger, you can avoid it. Next is 1 green chili, few curry leaves, and a pinch of asafoetida, that is hing. Saute everything well and add it into the curd rice. Here we have added the tempering. Next is few coriander leaves, and I am going to add few pomegranate seeds. Other than pomegranate, you can add few green grapes. That will be a perfect combination for curd rice. So here our creamy curd rice is ready. So try this way, it will taste so good. Our next recipe is going to be cauliflower biryani. For any biryani, cooking the basmati rice perfectly is very important. I have taken 1 cup of basmati rice. Clean the rice, and for 1 cup of rice I am going to add 1.5 cups of water. To this add a bay leaf, a small piece of cinnamon, 2 cardamom, half a teaspoon of cumin seeds and the required amount of salt. I am going to pressure cook this for exactly 2 whistles. So here the rice is ready. Now give a light stir when it is hot. Don't mash it, carefully loosen the rice. Now let this cool down completely. Rice is ready. Next we'll come to the cauliflower. Cut a small cauliflower into pieces and put it in hot water. Add little salt. I'm going to boil this for about 2 minutes. Now the blanched cauliflower is ready, we can take it out. Clean this once again with water. By doing so, all the worms will go off. So the blanched cauliflower is ready. Next we'll mix all the masalas. Take 3 tablespoons of maida, that is all-purpose flour. To this add 3 tablespoons of corn flour, 1 tablespoon of chicken 65 masala, 1 teaspoon of ginger garlic paste, required amount of salt and required amount of water. Add the water little by little and give a nice mix. You need a thick paste. For the bright color, I am going to add a teaspoon of Kashmiri chili powder. The batter consistency has to be like this. Now let us add the cauliflower. Mix everything well. The marinated cauliflower is ready. Now let us deep fry this in oil. Deep fry in hot oil and in medium flame. Fry the cauliflowers until it is golden brown. The cauliflower is ready, we can take it out now. Next, let us move on to the biryani masala. Take 2 teaspoons of ghee in a pan. To this add a cup of sliced onions and a teaspoon of ginger garlic paste. Saute this until the onions turn translucent. After sauteing this for 2 or 3 minutes, let us add the coriander leaves and mint leaves, half cup each. Saute this for another minute or 2. To this, let us add a cup of chopped tomatoes. For the tomatoes to get cooked fast, let us add some salt. To this, let us add all the masalas, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, half a teaspoon of garam masala, 1 teaspoon of chili powder. Saute everything well, the raw smell of the masalas has to go off. Let us close and cook this for about a minute. This is after a minute. Let us add 3 tablespoons of curd into this. Once you stir this, you will get a nice masala. Now let us close this again and cook until the oil oozes out. This is perfect, the oil has oozed out. To this add the required amount of salt, Give a nice stir, and next we are going to add the basmati rice which we have cooked already. This is the basmati rice. Add the rice to the masala and give a nice stir. Give a nice mix. Once this is mixed properly, you can add the fried cauliflower. For the biryani, we are not going to use the dum method, so we are going to simply close it and cook like dum. Close this and cook for 2 minutes in low flame. Give a mix and we are going to close this again and cook for another 2 minutes. Cook in low flame for another 2 minutes. Here our biryani is ready. Top it with few coriander leaves. Next, let us see how to do a South Indian dal rice. Pour some oil in a pressure cooker. Add some mustard seeds and urud dal, 1/4 teaspoon approximately each. Add half a teaspoon of cumin seeds and few curry leaves. Now chop an onion and add to this. Stir this for few minutes. To this, add 2 or 3 dry chilies. If you want this to be more spicy, you can add more. Add some asafoetida, a pinch of asafoetida, that is hing. To this, we'll add a chopped tomato. Now add the required amount of salt and 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder. Saute this for a few minutes and add about half a teaspoon of crushed pepper. Give a nice stir. Your masala part is over. We are going to add rice. This is 1 cup of parboiled rice cleaned in water. After adding rice, add half a cup of split pigeon peas, that is tur dal. Mix this and add 4 cups of water. If you add 4 cups of water, the consistency will be creamy. If you want this to be in pulao consistency, reduce the water to 3 cups. To this, add half a teaspoon of sambar powder. This is optional. Adjust the salt and close this and cook for 4 whistles. If you are using 3 cups of water, reduce 1 whistle. This is ready now. Mix this gently and serve this super hot with a teaspoon of ghee, and this will be very divine to eat when it is served super hot. Adding a teaspoon of ghee will enhance the taste of the dal rice. Our next recipe is going to be brinjal rice. For this, first we have to prepare masala powder. Pour some oil in a pan. To this, add a small piece of chopped coconut. Saute the coconuts for about 2 to 3 minutes and then add 1 teaspoon of chana dal, that is split chickpeas, 1 teaspoon of urud dal, that is split black gram, 2 teaspoons of coriander seeds, 1 teaspoon of sesame seeds, 2 to 3 dry chilies. Saute everything well nicely. Make sure everything gets roasted well. This is perfect. We can transfer this into a mixie jar and powder it. Our powder is ready. Set this aside. Next, pour some oil in a pan. In this we are going to fry some cashews. This is optional. Now add half a cup of chopped onions and few curry leaves. Give a nice saute. To this add quarter teaspoon of asafoetida, that is hing, and quarter teaspoon of turmeric powder. Saute them till the onions are translucent, and now we are going to add the brinjals. You can add around 3 to 4 brinjals. Add the required amount of salt and saute them till it is half cooked. This is almost half cooked and we are going to add the prepared masala now. Next we are going to add tamarind water. This is a small lemon sized tamarind soaked in half a cup of water. We are going to filter it and add it. Now we have to allow the brinjal to cook in this water. So let us close this and cook for 5 minutes. Give a quick stir, close this again and cook for another 5 minutes. This is ready now. The oil has oozed out. Now we can add fried cashews and some coriander leaves. Masala is ready. Now it's time to mix the masala with the rice. This is around 3 cups of rice and this is basmati rice. Apart from basmati rice, you can use regular parboiled rice also. Our brinjal rice is ready. Hope you liked all the recipes. We'll join you in another interesting recipe. Do share, like and comment our videos and don't forget to subscribe our channel.